Welcome back to Activitizer, the one-stop shop to all the gaming you could ever want to see. I'm back with another video, but more of a gameplay video, where I will be fully arming the Ghost Train with automatic turrets and eventually getting two Nikola Teslas to fight for me at the end. So let's hop straight into the video. Starting off, I grab my knife and rush over to sell the gold bar, buy 3 coals, and employ the newspaper strategy and drive off to the first town at 7,800 meters all before 8 a.m. These long train rides will be sped up for convenience unless we see something worthwhile. On to the first town, I make sure to kill the banker zombie nearby the bank for easy access to the code. I abuse the Ghost Train's ability and my lifesteal knife to easily wipe out the town in a ghostly massacre. You love to see a new bank first thing in a run for the excess amount of bonds. For a future video and riches, it is easy as luring the zombies right into my pile of fighting ghosts. 1, 2, 4, 4, 3. An extra sheet of metal and a chunk of coal is a plentiful bounty, great for the beginning of the game. I'll stop by the sheriff's jail and the furniture store for some coal and some essential turret ammo, and drive off after not forgetting to loot the church. On to the first outpost, I sell my gold, crucifixes, and silver to make some good money to buy the essentials, including a mining helmet. Tesla's resting grounds were right next to the outpost, so that was just a part of natural progression. I knew outlaws had been fighting the guards on that side, so I went to check it out and... oh my, do my eyes deceive me. This was the last place I'd expect to get a unicorn, tamed granting the milestone and an easy $250. The soldiers and I wrecked the scientist zombies, but the overpopulation took out some brave fighters. I buy sheet metal with this newfound cash and run off during the vampire night, due to the lack of protection. Not too far ahead, I come across a gargantuan town with 2 banks, ready for me to loot. I run in, rifle shooting, and come to the realization I have little ammunition. Not the greatest news, for about 2 seconds where I find packs of ammo in a sheriff's office. Lots of zombies? No problem, I'll loop them in town square and get rid of them from there. Then I saw it. A werewolf in a town, middle of the morning. Still no problem. I shoot the sheriffs and sentence the bundle of enemies straight to the Shadow Realm and begin to loot. 7 pieces of gold and the landmine. I run off to the train and once again drive off. So, it comes to the fort. It's really easy once you have a gun. Just stand in this corner and use the ranged pierce feature to conserve ammo. And since it was near the outpost, I could run into indefinite protection and wash the horse riders away, with bandits framing my train on turrets or the corpses as of now. But there is a single element to bring the defense to life. Literally. I end up wasting nearly a day putting up sheet metal, which doesn't even appear in the final design. 2 towns later, I come across the second best apocalypse horse, Death. Despite the name, this horse is the exact opposite, so I bring them on board after causing an undead calamity with vampires and werewolves. You can watch an upcoming video here to find out what Pestilence, Death, and the other new horses do. Since I am using the vampire class, I decide to loot the castle. I wouldn't with any other class without a speed or health buff. Here is where the electrocutioner really shines. It's all a loop. Run in, loot bonds and ammo, zap enemies, and run some more. This was until I realized, just like the Sterling mine, the enemies are finite and stop spawning after a while. I end up taking both turrets and ammo and wasting more money on and placing sheet metal, yet again, not appearing in the design. From now on, I have decided I'm going to skip towns, so this video isn't 2 hours long. But then I come across the most stubborn pack of bandits in a camp. They just wouldn't budge, though this was probably just a bug. I was now at 50 kilometers, nearly there. All I was buying from this point on was coal to reach the end. The only goal from now on was to beat the game with my resurrected army using Pestilence. Before that could happen, I had to fight an onslaught for it, packed with werewolves and zombies. It was easy, though, thanks to my Ghost Train. My army only grew from here. I helped my ghost buddies, stole Pestilence, and got out of there with some werewolves for the final fight. Not too long after, I made it just outside of the outpost. My outlaw army arose. When they resurrected, they spawned on the turret and will now shoot for me. I don't have to shoot a bullet. I sent out the werewolves from earlier and drove in. I had to further help due to their stormtrooper aim, but it was no big deal. I constantly rode around reviving minions to ease the final outpost. I looted the outlaws' buildings, and then our final victim came. Tesla. I wanted to see if my outlaws would be of any use, but no, they all died. I ran Tesla around the train until he turned into a ghost. The run was over, right? But there is never enough minions, and I rode over him with Pestilence, resulting in 2 Teslas. I didn't have to do anything but wait for that sweet victory screen. Thank you guys for watching the video and all the support on the last video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and always, always stay productive. See you in the next one.